I'm going to use a Beckera. Beckera is just a very simple way, but the important part of doing the case analysis is that you must be able to see the impact of knowledge management actually creating for organization. So your question in your case study asking you about, how does actually knowledge management can create value. So I would like you to relate on this one so that it's much easier for you to do the analysis. This is also apply for your, in your test later on when I give you the case study. Okay, so make sure that you understand that. So, Beckera just produced a very simple way to see the impact of the knowledge management towards organization and their performance. Okay, you look from 4 perspectives: people, process, products, and performance. Okay, overall performance. And then how does actually knowledge management impact organization, like we see just now? Okay, you look from these 4 dimensions: people, process, product, and performance. And then from the impact on people, of course, that's why later on you will see about the organizational learning, because knowledge management itself can facilitate employee learning. For example, we have the ELIT we use, okay, a learning management system for UNIMAS and for you to use, for Rohaya to use, because it can facilitate the student learning. The lecturer also, can use it as part of the resources learning as well, okay. And then it leads to the employee to become more flexible and can enhance their job satisfaction. So because of ELIP, so you actually can study at any time, any place, digitally, wherever you are. And then you can make learning also very flexible. Okay, and of course, ultimately they say it can create job satisfaction. Okay, in your case, the student satisfaction, so whichever that you look at it. So yes, knowledge management can have impact, a very clear impact on people. Okay. And then on employee learning particularly, we look at the searching model. So Rohaya doesn't want to actually repeat again, about the knowledge creation activity. Okay, this actually through the searching model process of converting knowledge. And of course, through the application of the community of practice. Okay, so where we shared in a group that having similar professional interest, or to have a similar intention, so these are actually where we can accomplish in terms of learning. And then adaptability, it makes us actually more flexible. Okay, so we can interact with each other. So then we are more likely to accept change, and then we are more likely to respond to change. Okay. So in other words, you can reflect back as a ELIT, okay, again, to make things easy for you. So using this technology, it's also start to change you. It's also start to change Rohaya. Okay, once upon a time, we are actually much more adaptable and flexible because ELIT is there through the technology, through the tools. And then, we are more likely to accept change. For example, like in this COVID-19, we got no choice, but we are okay with that. We are adaptable towards that, okay? So we are more prepared in terms of responding to change. So it's actually help in terms of the adaptability. And of course, finally, always look at the satisfaction, okay? So when there's a lot of knowledge sharing happening, the turnover rate will reduce, meaning that there's a lot of collaboration, positive relationship happening, employee actually have a problem and they also work together to come with a solution, So those are actually a very, very conducive, what we call this work environment. So how does actually knowledge management impacts people? So you need to frame easily through learning, employee adaptability, and job satisfaction. So that's actually how you can describe in terms of the implication. Now, we are talking a lot from the business process because these are actually business management point of view. Knowledge management enable improvement in the organizational process, all the business function, marketing, manufacturing, accounting, engineering, public relation, for example. And then you can see the impact across the effectiveness, efficiency, and degree of innovation. So like Rohaya say previously, you are actually very efficient. The factory is actually achieving 50%, 80%, efficiency in getting the target, production, for example. So if you are actually having a lot of knowledge sharing, knowledge activity going on, okay, so you can actually improve in these 3 major dimensions. So effectiveness actually related to the most suitable process and making the best possible decision. while efficiency is about how you can process quickly in a low cost fashion, and innovation where the creativity and novelty, okay, it can improve effectiveness and efficiency, and then it can, leading to the marketability. Okay, so that's the important part of innovation that contribute to both effectiveness and efficiency. So the impact of knowledge management on the process effectiveness, of course, when you are looking at the point of view of the knowledge management tool available, such as we learn through the technologies related to knowledge management, such as knowledge management work system, knowledge management system. You have what you call this, the benchmarking practices, all those actually can create the benefit, because these actually allow, to perform or to review, and then to choose the best appropriate process, okay, business process. And then efficiency, because you can manage knowledge effectively. This is actually allow the company or the organization to be more productive and efficient. And then process innovation, because there are knowledge creation activity that actually been done extensively, then the innovative solution actually can happen. Okay, so you can develop more innovative organizational process. So you look from this point of view, how the knowledge management impact organizational process. From effectiveness, the advantage, few mistakes, adaptation to change circumstances. We are more flexible, more adaptable. And then efficient, productive improvement, cost saving, and then process innovation, like the discussion, collaboration, then we can exploit a new idea. Okay, so this is actually how we translate from the organizational process. Okay, and then so the impact on products, we also, the knowledge management also very crucial, because it can add value to products. Okay, so value added product, knowledge based product. So knowledge process can help organization to offer new product or improve product that provide significant additional value as compared with earlier products. Okay, if you look at the very competitive market, such as the mobile phone, for example, okay, you look at the evolution of Samsung mobile phone, the evolution of iPhone, for example, these are actually we categorize as a knowledge-based products. Okay, so the value added actually going on allowed to have a very, very sophisticated, very, very powerful smartphone, to be created. Okay, so these are actually where it can lead to benefit, because only innovative companies such as Samsung, such as Apple, even China company Oppo and so on, they are actually, because they are actually leverage a lot on knowledge-based activity, they can create such a products, okay, based on innovation. So obviously, when you have those kind of knowledge activity, innovation, and actually involved in the software development, so this is actually where you can come up with a very, very products that actually can tackling market share. Okay, so that's actually the context of the knowledge based products. So you can look from the performance organization from both direct or indirect. Okay, so the direct impact, you can see that knowledge used for the innovative products. So there's a lot of innovation going on, such a model creating a lot of these process innovation. It can actually lead to the innovative product to come out. Indirect impact actually can lead to the process based on the intellectual leadership. Okay, and then this is actually can lead to a better leaders in the organization, and also can lead to the way that we improve the process, through the quality of human resource, and this of course actually translated back to the customer loyalty. Okay, and then you also can use knowledge to gain advantage when you are in a negotiation, for your strategy, whether you want to expand, business strategy to go for merger, acquisition, takeover, and so on, how you respond to the competitors. So knowledge actually is something that actually very, very crucial. Okay, and then of course at the end of the day, from the economic student, okay, economy of scale and scope is something that you are actually very, very well versed with. Okay, so economy of scales happening when the firm output, okay, the average cost of production per unit decrease with increase in output. Okay, a good example, if I can have this pen, for example, if I actually produce one pen that costs me probably 2 ringgit, but if this same pen, 2 ringgit, and the cost is actually about, let's say, about 80 cent cost, and then I have only untung about 20 cents, my profit margin only 20 cents and 80 cents actually a cost. But if I actually produce, like 20 or 30 of this pen, I can actually reduce my cost from 80 cents, maybe, becoming 50 cents. So I can actually increase my profit margin to 50 cents. Okay, so this is actually why it is actually very, very important in the context of the economy of scale, because at the end of the day, you want to actually decrease the average cost of production, okay, per unit. And then the company output is said to exhibit also economy of scope when the total cost of the same company produce 2 or more different products is less than the sum of the cost that would be incurred if each product had been produced separately by a different company. So, when you are able to reach to this thing, meaning that, your resources are actually being shared, and then it can lead to the cost saving. Okay, so these are actually what we were looking from the economy of scope. So you are looking at the impact from the organization. Again, it has to be related closely to the direction, vision, strategy, revenue, and cost. Okay, it can have both what you call direct and indirect impact. And then you look from the performance from the scale of economy, scope of economy, and sustainable competitive advantage. So that's actually the simplest way that we can look from the knowledge management, actually, improving the organizational performance. So these are actually the summary that actually, you have to try to relate in your case study so that you are better prepared for your test later on. Okay. So, so we have covered so far. Okay. So all these 4 levels that actually related to the interrelated impacts. Okay. Any questions so far on your side?